Guys, you're not going to believe what I just found. This changes everything about the Krabby Patty.
Dude, it's like 7 a.m. What are you doing up this early?
I've been up all night researching. Look at this theory about Mr. Krabs. The secret formula isn't what we think it is. It's something way darker.
Really? Bro, you're obsessed. What's the theory?
Okay, so you know how Mr. Krabs is super secretive about the formula, right? And he's always counting money and being greedy? Well, this theory suggests the secret ingredient is actually crab meat. Think about it. Why else would he be so secretive? And why is it that the only other crabs that exist are his family? He's literally selling his own species.
Whoa, that's actually pretty dark. For a kid's show, I mean.
Right! But wait, there's more. Mrs. Puff theory is even crazier. She's not just a driving instructor. She's a literal criminal hiding in witness protection.
Julius, honey, it's Saturday morning. Maybe take a break from the cartoon theories?
No way. This is too important. Mrs. Puff changes her name every episode almost. And she's terrified of SpongeBob. Not annoyed, terrified. Just look at all these different names she uses. Puff, Poppy Puff, Mrs. Penelope Puff. Classic witness protection behavior.
Wait, that's actually interesting from a narrative perspective. Do you have more evidence for this theory?
Yes, so much more. She goes to jail like every other episode, but she knows the prison system too well. She has connections there. Classic repeat offender behavior.
This is wild. Keep going, man. This is hilarious.
It's not hilarious, it's serious. These theories explain so much about the show's dark undertones. And don't even get me started on the Squidward depression theory, or the fact that everyone in Bikini Bottom might be dead.
Wait, what do you mean dead?
Nuclear testing theory. Bikini Bottom is based on Bikini Atoll, where they tested nuclear bombs. All the characters are mutated sea creatures from the radiation. That's why they can talk and have human-like intelligence. That's why everything is so surreal and freaky.
That's actually a documented theory. I've heard about that one before. What other theories did you find?
Oh my god, so many! The SpongeBob represents different mental disorders theory. The Krusty Krab is a drug front theory.
Okay, Julius, this is getting a bit heavy. These are pretty dark interpretations for a children's show.
But that's the point, Zara. Kids' shows have always had hidden adult themes. The creators sneak this stuff in for the parents watching. SpongeBob himself represents different mental states. Manic episodes when he's overly happy. Depressive episodes when everything goes wrong. Classic bipolar disorder representation.
Bro, you're blowing my mind right now. Got any more wild theories?
17 more theories I found just today. The Plankton represents capitalism theory. He's the small business owner being crushed by corporate monopoly Mr. Krabs. The Gary is actually SpongeBob's conscience theory. Notice how Gary only meows, but SpongeBob always understands exactly what he means. The Squidward time loop theory. He's stuck repeating the same miserable day over and over, which explains his constant depression and why nothing ever changes. The Sandy Cheeks government spy theory. She's the only land creature who can survive underwater. Clearly advanced government technology monitoring the sea life. The Patrick Star secret genius theory. He occasionally shows incredible intelligence, but hides it to avoid responsibility. The Krusty Krab prison theory. Notice how employees never leave. Customers keep coming back compulsively, and Mr. Krabs controls everything. The SpongeBob immortal theory. He never ages, survives impossible situations, and has been at the same job forever. The Bikini Bottom purgatory theory. Everyone is stuck between life and death, which explains the bizarre physics and eternal repetition. The Flying Dutchman puppet master theory. He controls all the supernatural events and character behaviors from behind the scenes. The jellyfish alien theory. They're the only creatures that behave completely differently from everything else, suggesting extraterrestrial origin. The King Neptune cover-up theory. The real Neptune was overthrown and replaced by an imposter, which explains inconsistencies in his character. The Mermaid Man dementia theory. His superhero stories are false memories from degenerative brain disease. The Barnacle Boy hostage theory. He stays with Mermaid Man out of obligation, not friendship, and is slowly losing his own sanity. The Pearl adoption theory. There's no way a crab could father a whale, suggesting dark secrets about her true parentage. The Squilliam success illusion theory. His wealth and status are elaborate lies designed to torment Squidward specifically. The background fish recycling theory. The same characters appear repeatedly in different roles, suggesting reality is artificially constructed. And the final theory, the narrator omniscient being theory. The French narrator voice represents a higher dimensional entity documenting this artificial reality for unknown purposes.
Dude, that's a lot. Like, seriously a lot.
I know, right? And this is just scratching the surface. There are hidden details in background animations, subliminal messages in the music, character design choices that reference real psychological conditions.
Julius, sweetie, maybe we should talk about something else, like how's school going?
School is fine, but this is important. These theories reveal the true nature of reality, how media manipulates our subconscious minds, how seemingly innocent content carries deeper meanings.
I mean, he's not wrong about hidden meanings in media. But Julius, maybe pace yourself a bit.
No way, I'm just getting started. I found this forum with even deeper theories, stuff that most people don't even know exists. Tomorrow I'm going to dive into the really obscure content, the theories that go beyond just analyzing episodes, the ones that examine the show's connection to real-world events, historical parallels, political allegories, social commentary disguised as humor.
Okay, man, can't wait to see what you find.
Trust me, guys, what I've shared today is nothing compared to what's out there. The rabbit hole goes so much deeper. I'm going to find theories that will completely change how you see everything. Not just SpongeBob, everything.
All right, bro. Looking forward to it.
Just get some sleep, okay?
Sleep is for people who don't have access to this level of truth. But don't worry about me. I'm exactly where I need to be, on the verge of discovering something incredible. Morning, everyone. Ready for today's SpongeBob deep dive? Look at this frame from episode 47, season 3. It's literally a dead corpse.
Morning, Julius. How'd you sleep?
Good.
Good morning to you too, Julius. Can we maybe start with how everyone's doing today?
Guys, this is crucial information.
Hey, did anyone finish the chemistry homework?
Chemistry can wait. Look at Patrick's face. He's literally switching personalities mid-scene.
Julius, that's interesting analysis. But maybe we could talk about the science fair project?
The real science is understanding media manipulation. Sandy's dome isn't just for air. Look at these geometric patterns in the tree structure. It's the Fibonacci sequence, hidden in the branch arrangement. Government facilities always incorporate mathematical precision. This proves she's conducting advanced research.
Julius, honey, I need to say something. The constant theory messages are kind of overwhelming the chat. Could we maybe balance it with other conversations?
But these discoveries are time-sensitive. Squidward's house dimensions follow prison cell proportions exactly. Standard 6 by 8 foot cells scaled up architecturally. He's literally living in a self-imposed prison. This connects to the Bikini Bottom purgatory theory perfectly.
Speaking of houses, anyone going to Jake's party on Friday?
Parties are distractions from real research. Look at the wear patterns on crab's claws, consistent with repetitive cutting motions. Evidence of the crab meat harvesting theory. Frame-by-frame analysis shows microscopic metal residue.
Dude, can we please talk about something else? Like literally anything else?
No, this is important, Kieran. In one episode, SpongeBob literally hits the cameraman. He's breaking the fourth wall intentionally. They want us to know it's artificial. Reality within reality within reality.
Julius, what if you made a separate chat for these theories? That way people who want to discuss them can, and we can use this chat for other stuff too.
No, everyone needs to see this. Gary's demonic possession episode. Single frame shows his true nature. SpongeBob's conscience isn't benevolent. It's been corrupted by the purgatory environment. That's why SpongeBob makes increasingly poor decisions.
Julius, we're your friends. We care about you. But this is getting really intense.
Of course it's intense. We're uncovering a massive conspiracy. Plankton's single eye shows compound structure under enhancement, mechanical components visible in the iris pattern. He's not a biological organism. He's advanced surveillance technology, monitoring the crab's operation for higher authorities.
Dante, you okay? You've been quiet.
Yeah, just busy with stuff.
Jellyfish movement patterns analyzed over 347 episodes. They follow controlled flight paths, never random wandering. Consistent with drone surveillance behavior, the alien theory gains more evidence daily.
Julius, seriously, you gotta quit it? Why not talk about movies, music, gossip, or anything else?
This research reveals how normal is constructed to distract us. Same fish appears in 847 different episodes. Always slightly different job or clothing, but identical facial structure and body proportions. Proof of artificial reality simulation. Background characters are copy-paste NPCs.
Maybe we could discuss this during lunch instead. Face-to-face conversation might be better for complex theories.
Text allows for proper documentation, though.
Julius, bro, I'm worried about you. When's the last time you talked about anything else?
When's the last time you discovered hidden truth?
Okay, I've genuinely had enough now. Julius, this doesn't sound healthy.
Health is relative when you're approaching absolute truth.
Can you please do something else? How about talking about that new Marvel movie?
Marvel is just more corporate media manipulation.
Maybe take a break and focus on other interests.
This is my only interest now, because it's the only thing that matters.
Julius, I think you need to talk to someone, like a counselor or something.
I don't need therapy. I need answers, and I'm getting close to finding them.
Dante, seriously, say something.
I just don't know what to say anymore.
You don't have to say anything. Just listen and learn.
This is getting really dark, Julius. Maybe step away from the computer for a while?
I can't stop now. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. I found something today that changes everything. A very special secret forum with theories that go much deeper than mainstream platforms. Stuff that the regular internet doesn't even know exists. Tomorrow I'm going full access. You won't believe what I'm going to find.
Julius, maybe that's not such a good idea.
It's the best idea I've ever had. This is where the real truth lives, far beyond surface-level analysis, beyond amateur speculation, into the deep knowledge that only serious researchers access. I'll finally get the answers I've been looking for.
Just be careful, okay?
Careful is what keeps people ignorant. I'm done being careful. I'm ready for whatever I find.
Emma, I need to talk to someone about Julius. My brother is seriously scaring me.
What's going on? Is he okay?
No, he's not okay. He's completely obsessed with this cartoon show, SpongeBob SquarePants. He literally spends 18 hours a day watching it.
18 hours? That's almost all day.
I know. He gets up, goes straight to his computer, watches until like 3 a.m., then sleeps for maybe 5 hours and starts again. Mom calls him for dinner and he just ignores her. Says he's researching important theories.
That doesn't sound healthy at all. What do your parents think?
They're getting really worried. Dad tried to talk to him yesterday. Julius just went off about conspiracy theories and government cover-ups. In a cartoon, Emma. It's a kid's show about a sponge who flips burgers.
Maybe it's just a phase? Like when you were obsessed with K-pop for a while?
No, this is different. Way different. You should see his room. He's printed out hundreds of screenshots, covered every wall with pictures and diagrams. Red string connecting different images, like a conspiracy shrine.
Red string? Like in detective movies?
Exactly like that. But it's all cartoon characters. Pictures of a starfish and a crab and a squid, with arrows and notes written all over them. Theories about secret ingredients and hidden messages. It looks like a serial killer's bedroom, honestly. Oh, and this is what it looked like before all the red string and stuff.
Jade, that's really concerning. Have you talked to him directly?
I tried. Yesterday I knocked on his door, asked if he wanted to watch a movie together. He opened the door just enough to see me. Started explaining some theory about underwater nuclear testing for 20 minutes straight, without stopping to breathe. Then just closed the door again.
That's really strange behavior.
And that's not even the worst part. This morning I heard him talking to someone, but when I looked, he was alone. He was just sat there explaining theories to his wall, like there were actual people listening or something. Full conversations with imaginary audiences.
Oh no, that's actually really scary.
I know. Mom and Dad are talking about getting him professional help, like a therapist or something. But I don't think he'll go willingly. He thinks everyone who doesn't believe his theories is ignorant.
What about his friends? Are they worried too?
I think so. He's always sending them messages. But I heard him complaining that they don't respond anymore. He thinks they're not ready for the truth.
Maybe you should talk to them? Get them to help somehow?
I don't really know them well enough, but I'm running out of ideas. He's getting worse every day. More isolated, more obsessed. I just want my normal brother back.
I can't believe you people. I'm sharing groundbreaking discoveries, and you're all just ignoring me.
We're not ignoring you, man. We're just trying to have other conversations too.
Other conversations about what? Meaningless small talk while I'm uncovering universal truths? This Japanese theorist discovered hidden kanji in background animations, character names that spell DEATH when viewed in sequence. But sure, let's talk about homework instead.
Julius, please. We're your friends. We care about you more than cartoon theories.
If you cared, you'd pay attention. German researchers found mathematical patterns in episode air dates, prime numbers corresponding to historical disasters, connection between fictional events and real-world tragedies. This goes global, people.
Dude, you're connecting random things. Not everything is a conspiracy.
Random! Russian analysis reveals Patrick's behavioral patterns match actual starfish biology, like their regenerative capabilities and their predatory instincts. Plus, they have collective intelligence networks. They've been hiding biological truth in plain sight.
Iris, we need to talk about Julius.
I was just thinking the same thing. This is getting really bad.
He's completely lost it. The theories are getting darker and weirder.
I tried to engage with him at first. Thought maybe encouraging his research interests was good. But this isn't research anymore. It's obsession.
Should we tell someone? Like a teacher or his parents?
I don't know. He'd probably stop talking to us completely if we do. But I'm genuinely worried about his mental health.
Same. He used to be fun to hang out with. Now, every conversation becomes a lecture about cartoon conspiracies.
And he gets so angry when we don't engage. Like personally offended.
Maybe we should stage an intervention? Get the whole group together and talk to him?
I'm not sure he'd listen. He thinks we're all ignorant now. That only he understands the truth.
This is so messed up. I miss normal Julius.
Me too. Let's keep trying though. Maybe if we stay supportive but set boundaries.
Worth a shot. But honestly, I'm getting scared to open the group chat.
Same. It's just walls of conspiracy text now.
I noticed the chat has been very quiet lately. Only 3 responses to my last 47 messages. Clearly, you don't appreciate the significance of my research.
Julius, we do appreciate your passion, but maybe you could slow down a little?
Slow down while uncovering the greatest conspiracy in television history? Well, get this! Korean analysts have been studying Patrick for years. Advanced biological research into starfish regeneration. Patrick isn't just a character. He represents something much more sinister.
What do you mean, sinister? It's a cartoon starfish, bro.
That's exactly what they want you to think. Brazilian researchers documented every instance of Patrick eating, cross-referenced with real starfish predatory behavior. He's been displaying cannibalistic tendencies from episode 1, eating other sea creatures, including fish that look suspiciously like background characters who disappear.
Julius, these are really dark interpretations. Maybe focus on lighter theories?
There are no lighter theories. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. French scientists proved Patrick regrows from severed limbs in multiple episodes. Canonical biological accuracy in a children's show. They're teaching kids about biological horror, preparing them for something.
Emma, it's getting worse. I heard Julius talking to his walls again. But this time he was arguing with them, like they were disagreeing with his theories.
That's really not normal. Did you tell your parents?
Mom went to check on him. He started yelling about how no one understands, how he's the only one who sees the truth. She came out crying, said she doesn't recognize her own son anymore.
Poor thing. This has to be so hard for your family.
Dad wants to take away his computer, but Mom thinks that might make him violent. They're calling a therapist tomorrow, going to try to get him evaluated.
That sounds like a good idea. Professional help might be exactly what he needs.
I hope so, because I'm starting to get scared of him. The way he looks at people now, like we're all stupid or lying to him. It's not the brother I grew up with.
You know what? I don't need your validation anymore. I found the real community. People who actually understand what's happening.
What community?
The underground, where serious researchers share real discoveries, not surface-level amateur theories, but deep documented truth about what Patrick really is.
Julius, what are you talking about?
I've accessed forums you've never heard of, places where they discuss the biological implications, the regenerative experiments, the truth about Patrick's nature, and what it means for humanity.
That sounds really intense. Maybe stick to the regular forums?
Regular forums are for regular people. I'm beyond that now. Tonight I'm going deeper, to where they keep the real Patrick content, the stuff that will finally explain everything.
Julius, be careful, man. Some corners of the internet are pretty dark.
Dark is where the truth lives, and I'm ready for whatever I find. Finally ready to see Patrick for what he really is. Guys, I found it! The ultimate SpongeBob content. Everything I've been searching for was leading to this.
Found what? What are you talking about?
A version of SpongeBob that reveals the truth. Look at this. This is what Patrick really is. Not the stupid innocent starfish from the regular show, but a biological horror beyond our understanding.
Julius, that image looks really disturbing. Where did you find this?
I can't tell you the exact source, but it's called Patrick.x, and it explains everything we've been theorizing about. Patrick's regenerative abilities, his hidden intelligence, his true predatory nature.
Julius, that sounds like a creepypasta, or some kind of horror fan fiction.
No, this is documented footage. Professional animation showing biological accuracy. I mean, just look at this. Patrick gets his arm cut off, but instead of disappearing, like in normal episodes, the severed limb grows into a complete Patrick.
Dude, that's just special effects. Digital animation can show anything.
You're not understanding. This is based on real starfish biology. Starfish can regenerate from tiny fragments. This show is revealing how Patrick's species actually works.
Julius, where exactly did you find this? What website?
I told you. I can't share that. Not everyone is ready for this level of truth. You have to earn access to content this deep.
Julius, please tell me you didn't go on the dark web. That's really dangerous. Malware, illegal content, tracking.
Your safety concerns don't matter when we're uncovering universal truth. Look at this army. 20 identical Patricks created from regenerated limbs, each one retaining the original's memories and intelligence, but enhanced with collective consciousness.
This is really freaking me out. These images look genuinely horrifying.
Because they're showing reality, what Patrick's species is actually capable of. Episode 3 shows the Patrick army devouring SpongeBob, starting with his appendages and working inward, while he's still conscious and screaming.
Jesus Christ, Julius. That's not SpongeBob content. That's gore horror.
It's educational horror, teaching us about biological processes. And here's the smoking gun. Mr. Krabs harvesting Patrick clones, cutting off limbs to grow more Patricks, then processing them into Krabby Patty meat.
Julius, this content is extremely graphic and potentially illegal. You need to stop watching this.
I can't stop. This is the most important discovery of my life. Episode 7 reveals the original Patrick's revenge plan. He's going to consume everyone who's eaten Krabby Patties, because they've technically eaten him. Cannibalism creates a psychic connection.
Bro, you're scaring us. This isn't normal SpongeBob content.
Normal is a lie. Patrick's regenerative abilities allow infinite size expansion. He can grow large enough to encompass entire cities if he wanted to. Digest populations from the inside out. This episode shows him consuming all of Bikini Bottom and the real Mr. Krabs.
I can't look at these images anymore. They're hurting my eyes.
Then you're not ready for the truth. Episode 12 shows Sandy and Squidward finding Patrick's nerve core, the central consciousness that controls all regenerated parts, hidden deep inside his original body.
Julius, seriously, where did you find this? This sounds like snuff content.
It's research content, biological documentation disguised as animation. Sandy uses government technology to locate the nerve core, proves my theory about her being a federal agent. She's been studying Patrick's species all along.
Julius, I'm genuinely worried about your mental health. This obsession has gone way too far.
Mental health is irrelevant when you're accessing cosmic truth. Episode 15 shows them destroying the nerve core. All Patrick clones immediately collapse, but the original Patrick's final words reveal the real horror. There are others like me in the deep ocean. This was just the beginning. The series isn't over!
Julius, you need to stop watching this stuff. It's clearly affecting you badly.
It's affecting me correctly. I'm finally seeing reality without filters. I've been taking detailed notes on Patrick's regeneration process, frame-by-frame analysis of the clone creation sequences, studying the anatomical accuracy of the limb regrowth.
Julius, please, talk to someone professional. This isn't healthy.
Health doesn't matter when you're documenting biological truth. I've watched episode 8 17 times already. The sequence where Patrick explains his regenerative cycle, how each severed piece retains genetic memory, how the clones maintain telepathic connections, how the army coordinates through shared consciousness.
Julius, you're shouting at us through text about cartoon gore content. Do you understand how that sounds?
It sounds like someone who's finally found the truth. Episode 11 shows the biological process in medical detail. Cellular division accelerated through unknown mechanisms. Nervous system duplication with enhanced connectivity. This is advanced xenobiology disguised as children's entertainment.
Xenobiology? Julius, starfish aren't aliens.
How do you know that? What if Patrick's species represents something not from this world? What if the regenerative abilities prove extraterrestrial origin? Episode 13 hints at this with Patrick's memories spanning impossible time frames.
Memories spanning time frames? What does that even mean?
Patrick remembers events from before his own birth. Genetic memory inherited from previous incarnations. The clones share memories across generations. This proves collective consciousness evolution.
Julius, I'm going to be direct. You sound completely insane right now.
Insanity is what they call enlightenment. I'm going to continue my research. Watch every episode multiple times. Document every detail of Patrick's abilities, because this knowledge could change everything we understand about biology.
Julius, please stop. At least for tonight. Get some sleep.
Sleep is for people who aren't on the verge of universal discovery. I'm going back to my research. Episode 16 supposedly shows Patrick's full potential. I need to see what that means. You need to see this next episode. Episode 17 shows the full regeneration process in biological detail. One limb becomes 3 complete Patricks, each retaining full consciousness and memories.
What the hell, Julius? That image is absolutely disgusting. Stop sending this fake gore SpongeBob crap.
It's not fake. It's scientifically accurate representation of starfish biology. This is what mass regeneration looks like. Coordinated movement through shared nervous systems.
Julius, I'm serious. If you send one more image, I'm leaving this chat. This is absolutely revolting.
You're revolted by truth? This episode shows systematic consumption of the entire environment, starting with organic structures and moving to inorganic, proving Patrick's species can digest any material.
Stop! Just stop sending these. They're making me physically sick.
Because your mind can't process biological reality. Look at the enzymatic breakdown. Cellular dissolution followed by nutrient absorption. This is advanced biology disguised as animation.
That's it. I can't take this anymore. This isn't SpongeBob content. This is a snuff series.
It's educational. Sandy uses government-grade technology, proving she's been prepared for this scenario. They knew Patrick's species was dangerous.
Julius, I'm blocking you temporarily. This content is way too graphic.
Squidward finds the central consciousness, hidden deep inside Patrick's core body structure. This is the control system for all regenerated clones. Biological networking beyond human understanding.
I can't handle these images either. They're genuinely disturbing, blocking you until you stop.
Look at this neural complexity, branching patterns that extend through all clone bodies, telepathic coordination through bioelectric signals. This proves collective consciousness exists in nature. Are you guys getting these images? I need you to see the regeneration sequence from episode 18. Any piece of Patrick can become a full organism. Even microscopic fragments retain reproductive capability. This is beyond normal starfish regeneration. This is evolved biological weaponization. Hello? Why aren't you responding? These discoveries are crucial. Look at this tactical intelligence. They're using military-grade coordination strategies, flanking maneuvers, and synchronized assaults. Proof that Patrick's species has advanced warfare capabilities. Guys, are you all watching these episodes too? Is that why you're quiet? Finally seeing what I've been trying to show you? Episode 19 shows the final battle. Sandy's scientific knowledge combined with Squidward's artistic intelligence. They figured out how to disrupt the nerve core connection, but the process requires precise surgical intervention. Your silence tells me you're finally understanding the implications. This isn't just cartoon content. This is biological documentation disguised as entertainment. The creators were trying to warn us about something. Look at this surgical accuracy. Squidward removes the central nervous system without damaging surrounding tissue. When the nerve core is destroyed, all clones immediately cease function, proving biological dependency on the original consciousness. But here's what's really fascinating. The regeneration concept isn't fiction. Real starfish can regrow from fragments. What if Patrick.exe is showing us accelerated evolution? What if somewhere in the ocean, starfish are developing enhanced abilities? I've been researching actual starfish biology all night. Crown of thorns starfish can regenerate from tiny pieces. Some species show collective hunting behaviors. What if the show is predicting natural development or warning us about genetic modification experiments? I need to test this scientifically, see if Patrick's abilities have any basis in reality. I'm going to conduct real-world research, study actual starfish regeneration capabilities, document the biological processes shown in Patrick.exe, compare animated sequences with actual marine biology. This could be the discovery that changes everything. Why aren't you guys responding? This is the most important research of our lives. I'm going to prove that Patrick.exe isn't just animation. It's scientific prediction. I'll show you that the regeneration abilities are real. Tomorrow I'm starting practical experiments, testing starfish regeneration under controlled conditions, documenting cellular multiplication processes, measuring regrowth rates and nervous system development. This is going to revolutionize marine biology and prove that everything I've been saying is true. Your fascinated silence confirms you finally understand the magnitude of what we've discovered. Patrick.exe isn't entertainment. It's scientific education disguised as horror, teaching us about biological possibilities we never considered. I'm going to be the first person to prove its scientific accuracy through rigorous real-world testing. You'll see, when I demonstrate actual starfish army creation, when I show that regenerative consciousness networking is possible, when I prove that Patrick's abilities exist in nature, you'll understand that I was right about everything. The truth was hidden in plain sight. In a children's cartoon, that nobody took seriously. But I saw through the disguise. I recognized the biological accuracy, and tomorrow I'm going to prove it scientifically with real starfish, real regeneration experiments, real evidence that Patrick.exe shows actual biological potential. This is the beginning of a new era in marine biology, and you're all going to witness history being made. Thanks for your support through this discovery process. Even your silence shows how deeply this research has affected you. Tomorrow everything changes. Tomorrow I prove that Patrick's abilities are real. I finished the complete Patrick.exe series, all 24 episodes documented and analyzed. Now it's time for the real research to begin. Actual marine biology confirms everything Patrick.exe showed us. Starfish can regenerate from fragments as small as 1/5 of their body. Some species regenerate in just 60 days. The show was scientifically accurate all along.
Julius, hey man, how are you doing?
Better than ever! I'm transitioning from theoretical research to practical application. I've ordered 30 live starfish for controlled experiments, multiple species with different regeneration rates. Going to test Patrick's abilities in real laboratory conditions.
Laboratory conditions? What do you mean?
I've converted our garage into a proper research facility. It's now a temperature-controlled environment. Saltwater tanks with precise pH monitoring included too, plus some surgical instruments for controlled tissue removal. This is going to be groundbreaking research.
Kieran, I found your number through Julius's phone. I'm his sister. We need to talk.
Oh, hey Jade. Is everything okay?
No, everything is not okay. Julius has completely lost his mind. He set up some kind of mad scientist laboratory in our garage.
What kind of laboratory?
Glass tanks everywhere filled with seawater. Scientific equipment he ordered online. And boxes of live starfish arriving daily. Our parents don't know what to do. He's spending thousands of dollars on this stuff.
Thousands? Where's he getting that money?
College fund, mom's credit cards. He's completely obsessed with proving some cartoon theory. He talks about creating starfish armies and consciousness networks. Like he's planning world domination with sea creatures.
That's really concerning. Has he actually started experimenting?
Yes! I can hear him in there at all hours, talking to the starfish like they're his friends, writing detailed notes about their behavioral patterns. Yesterday I saw him cutting pieces off them with surgical scissors.
Jesus, that's awful. Are your parents going to stop him?
They're scared of him now. He gets violent when anyone tries to interrupt his research. Last night Dad tried to turn off the garage power. Julius screamed at him for sabotaging scientific discovery, then locked himself in there for 12 hours straight.
We need to do something. This has gone way too far.
I was hoping you could talk to him. You're his best friend. Maybe he'll listen to you.
I'll try, but he's been pretty unresponsive to all of us lately. Julius, I'm really interested in your research. Can you tell me more about what you're discovering?
Finally, someone who appreciates the significance of this work. I've documented the regeneration process of 6 different starfish species. Crown of thorns, common sea stars, brittle stars, cushion stars. Each species shows unique regeneration capabilities.
That's fascinating. What exactly are you testing?
Controlled amputation followed by regeneration monitoring. But here's the breakthrough. I'm not just watching natural healing. I'm using chemical enhancement to accelerate the process. Growth hormones, neural stimulants, cellular regeneration catalysts, turning 60-day regeneration into 6-day regeneration.
Chemical enhancement? Is that safe?
Safety is irrelevant when pursuing scientific truth. Patrick.exe showed that enhanced regeneration is possible. I'm just finding the right biological catalyst to achieve it. And the results are incredible. Test subject number 7 regrew a complete arm in 3 days. Test subject number 12 regrew 2 arms from a single amputation point.
Julius, this sounds really dangerous. Maybe you should slow down?
Slow down? I'm on the verge of the greatest biological discovery in human history. I've documented neural activity in the regenerated limbs. The new tissue maintains connection to the original nervous system, just like Patrick.exe predicted. Collective consciousness through shared neural networks.
I need to tell you guys something really concerning. I have access to Julius's family's shared Amazon account. I was helping his mom order something last month.
What did you find?
His recent purchase history is insane. Professional laboratory equipment worth thousands, chemical compounds that require special licensing, surgical instruments, and 73 live starfish from marine biology suppliers.
73 starfish? What could he possibly need that many for?
I don't want to think about it. Some of the chemicals he ordered are really dangerous. Growth accelerants, neural stimulants, experimental compounds. This isn't amateur research anymore. He's conducting serious biological experimentation.
Without any supervision or safety protocols, this could end really badly.
There's more. He's been ordering equipment for consciousness monitoring. EEG machines, neural activity sensors, brainwave analyzers, like he's trying to map starfish thoughts.
That's completely insane. We need to tell someone with authority.
I'm scared he'll hurt himself, or hurt the animals, or worse.
Breakthrough discovery! I've successfully mapped starfish neural networks. Using modified EEG equipment, I can monitor their consciousness patterns. And here's the incredible part. Regenerated limbs maintain neural connectivity.
Neural connectivity? What does that mean exactly?
When I amputate a starfish arm and it regenerates, the new arm shares consciousness with the original body. I can stimulate the original brain and get a response in the regenerated tissue, proving Patrick's collective consciousness theory. But wait, there's more! I've discovered that multiple starfish can share neural patterns. When I connect their nervous systems using bioelectric stimulation, they begin moving in perfect synchronization.
Julius, that sounds really dangerous. Are you sure this is safe?
Safe? This is revolutionary! I can create a unified starfish network, multiple organisms controlled by a single intelligence, just like Patrick's army in the final episodes. I've tested it with groups of 5, 10, even 15 starfish. Perfect coordination through shared consciousness. And the best part, I can be the central controller.
Central controller? What do you mean?
By connecting my own neural patterns to their network, I can control their movements directly, think with their collective mind, command an army of regenerating organisms. Patrick Xe wasn't fiction. It was instruction, and I'm the first human to successfully replicate the process.
Julius, this is really scaring me. Maybe you should talk to a professional about this?
Professionals would try to stop groundbreaking research. They're not ready for this level of biological advancement, but I've proven the concepts are scientifically valid. Regenerative consciousness networking is real, and tomorrow I'm scaling up production. I've successfully created my first enhanced regeneration clone. Test subject number 23. Amputation with chemical acceleration. Regenerated a complete identical organism in 48 hours. Perfect neural synchronization with the original. 2 starfish, 1 consciousness. This is just the beginning. I'm going to create hundreds of synchronized clones. A living army connected to my own neural network. Patrick.exe showed me the way, and now I'm making it reality.
Julius, please stop. This has gone way too far.
Too far? I haven't gone far enough. Tomorrow I begin mass production. Clone armies with collective consciousness. Biological weapons that respond to thought commands. I'll show the world what Patrick's species is truly capable of, and prove that I was right about everything. The laboratory is complete, and so is my army. Look at these specimens, enhanced through chemical acceleration and neural modification, each one 3 times larger than natural starfish, with increased muscle density and hunting instincts.
Julius, what the hell? Those things look absolutely horrifying. You need to stop this immediately.
Stop? How? Dare. I've successfully connected my nervous system to their collective network. 47 enhanced starfish responding to my direct thought commands. Perfect synchronization through bio-neural interfaces, just like Patrick.exe predicted.
Julius, I'm calling the police. This has become genuinely dangerous. You're conducting illegal biological experiments.
Call whoever you want. In 6 hours, it won't matter, because my army begins the cleansing at midnight. Everyone in this town has consumed processed food containing starfish derivatives. Fish sticks, crab cakes, seafood medleys. You've all eaten starfish protein without knowing it, making you legitimate targets for biological justice.
Biological justice? Julius, you're talking about murdering people over cartoon theories.
Not theories. Prophecy. Patrick.exe showed us the future. Starfish reclaiming their position as apex predators, and I'm the instrument of their evolution.
I'm screenshotting all of this. This is evidence of planned mass violence. Julius, you need serious psychiatric help.
Psychiatric help for achieving the greatest biological breakthrough in history? I've mapped every drainage system, water main, and sewer tunnel. My enhanced starfish will infiltrate through underground waterways, emerge simultaneously throughout the residential areas, attack from below while residents sleep.
Julius, where are you exactly? What's your current address? We're coming to talk to you in person.
Nice try, but the laboratory location must remain secure until the operation begins. Look at their feeding efficiency, accelerated digestion, and nutrient absorption. Each consumed victim makes them stronger and larger. Exponential growth through biomass accumulation.
Julius, listen to me. These are people you're talking about. Our neighbors, families, children. You can't seriously want to hurt them.
Want has nothing to do with it. This is biological necessity. Humans have disrupted the marine ecosystem for centuries, consumed countless starfish without consideration. Now Patrick's species gets their revenge. Through me, through my army. through perfect justice.
Julius, we were your friends. We cared about you. How can you talk about killing us?
You're part of the contaminated population. You've all eaten processed seafood containing starfish protein. That makes you complicit in the biological genocide. You'll be cleansed along with everyone else. It's nothing personal. It's evolutionary correction.
This is absolutely insane. You're planning mass murder over a cartoon. Do you understand how crazy that sounds?
Crazy is what small minds call revolutionary thinking. Phase 1, 12 a.m. Starfish deployed through water systems. Phase 2, 12:30 a.m. Simultaneous emergence at residential targets. Phase 3, 1 a.m. Coordinated feeding begins. Phase 4, 3 a.m. Enhanced growth from biomass consumption. Phase 5, 6 a.m. Complete population replacement.
Population replacement?
Yep. The enhanced starfish will consume the human population, then use the biomass to reproduce exponentially, creating a new ecosystem dominated by starfish intelligence, controlled through my neural network. A perfect world without human contamination.
I'm looking up your address right now. Someone needs to stop this before midnight.
You won't find me in time, and even if you did, the process is already in motion. The starfish are prepared. The deployment systems are active, all controlled remotely through bio-neural interfaces. I don't even need to be present for the operation to proceed.
Julius, please, think about what you're saying. These are innocent people, children who've never hurt anyone.
Innocence is irrelevant in biological warfare. Children grow into adults who perpetuate ecosystem destruction. Early intervention prevents future contamination. It's actually more merciful this way.
Merciful. You're talking about feeding kids to mutant starfish. That's not mercy, that's psychotic.
Psychotic is destroying entire species for processed food. My starfish army represents justice for marine life. Patrick.exe revealed the truth about starfish capabilities. I'm simply actualizing their evolutionary potential.
Julius, I'm begging you. Please don't do this. We can get you help. Professional treatment for these thoughts.
The only help I need is completing this mission. 6 hours until midnight. 6 hours until Patrick's revenge becomes reality. 6 hours until biological justice is served. The countdown has begun.
Julius, no! Julius, answer us! Julius!
He's not responding. We need to call everyone we can think of. Police, FBI, animal control, someone.
I'm calling 911 right now. This is a terrorist threat.
We should go there ourselves too. 6 hours isn't much time.
Julius, if you're reading this, please reconsider. People are going to die because of this, including people you care about, your sister, your parents. Is a cartoon theory really worth all their lives?
No response. He's completely cut communication.
Police are dispatched, but they need more information about the threat.
Let's get to his house. Maybe we can stop this before it starts.
Julius, please, if you can see this, remember who you used to be before all this started. You were our friend. You were a good person. Don't let a TV show turn you into a monster.
911 emergency dispatch. Multiple calls coming in about marine animal attacks. Downtown Westbrook area.
Marine animals? But we're miles from the ocean.
Callers describing giant starfish with teeth, all emerging from storm drains and attacking pedestrians. I know how it sounds, but we have 6 separate reports.
Giant starfish? Are people intoxicated or injured?
Witnesses sound coherent and terrified. One caller says the creatures are coordinating attacks, moving in formation like military units.
Dispatching units 12 and 15 to investigate. Probable animal control situation.
Copy that. Sending GPS coordinates for reported sightings.
Dispatch, Unit 12 responding to marine animal reports. Approaching downtown intersection. I can see. What the hell?
Unit 12, please clarify.
There are actually giant starfish in the street, approximately 2 feet across, moving towards civilian vehicles. These things have teeth.
Unit 12, are civilians in immediate danger?
Yes, they're attacking a family trying to get to their car. The starfish are climbing up the vehicle exterior, breaking through the windows.
Unit 12, request immediate backup. All available units respond to downtown sector.
There are dozens of them now. They're coming out of every drain and sewer opening. Coordinated movement patterns, almost like they're communicating.
Emergency evacuation protocol initiated. Westbrook residents must evacuate immediately. Avoid all water sources, sinks, toilets, drains.
Captain, we're getting reports of creatures inside homes now, coming up through residential plumbing systems.
How is that possible?
Multiple families reporting starfish emerging from bathroom fixtures, kitchen sinks, shower drains, basement utility lines. The creatures seem to be using the entire water system.
This is unprecedented. We need marine biology expertise immediately. Contact Dr. Ravencroft at the university.
Evacuation routes compromised. Creatures blocking main roads out of town. They're herding civilians toward the town center.
Herding? These things are showing tactical intelligence.
Dr. Ravencroft en route. ETA 15 minutes if roads remain clear.
Chief Grimwald, I'm at the scene. These are definitely artificially enhanced specimens. Size, aggression levels, and coordination indicate genetic modification.
Genetic modification? Who could have done this?
Unknown. But the level of enhancement suggests months of preparation. These creatures show signs of external neural control. Their movement patterns are too precise for natural behavior. Someone is directing them remotely.
How do we stop them?
If they're externally controlled, we need to find the source, disrupt the control signal, and they should become disoriented. But Chief, they're regenerating from damage at incredible speed. I watched officers shoot one, and it regrew limbs in minutes.
Emergency services. This is Luna Ashworth at the town library. I've barricaded myself in the reference section. The creatures have breached our plumbing system.
Luna, are you injured? Can you safely evacuate?
No, they're between me and all the exits. These things are showing problem-solving intelligence. They tested multiple entry points before finding the plumbing access, and they're learning from failed attempts.
Learning?
When I blocked the main bathroom, they tried the staff restroom. When I barricaded that, they found the janitor's utility sink. They're adapting their strategy in real time. This isn't random animal behavior.
Stay hidden and keep reporting. We're working on a solution.
They're making sounds, almost like communication, clicking and vibrating patterns between individuals, coordinated like a hive mind.
This is Griffin Stormbane reporting live. The starfish creatures have reached our broadcasting station. I'm documenting their behavior for emergency services.
Griffin, evacuate immediately. Do not risk your safety for footage.
They're trying to breach our security doors, using what appears to be acid secretion to dissolve metal. Security shot at them with firearms. The bullets caused damage, but the creatures regenerated within minutes. Limbs growing back, tissue rebuilding, completely functional again. This is biologically impossible for normal starfish.
Griffin, get out of there now.
They've broken through! I'm evacuating to the roof, but these creatures are climbing vertical surfaces with ease. Suction abilities enhanced beyond normal starfish capabilities. Someone designed these things for urban combat.
Emergency coordinator reporting from Westbrook General. We have 17 injured civilians from starfish attacks, bite wounds, acid burns, and severe lacerations.
Can you treat the injuries effectively?
The wounds are unusual, some kind of enzymatic damage that continues after initial contact. Like the saliva has digestive properties, but that's not our biggest problem.
What is?
The creatures are targeting the hospital specifically, dozens of them surrounding the building. They seem drawn to the concentration of injured people, almost like they can smell blood or detect pheromones.
Are your defenses holding?
For now, but they're testing every possible entry point, trying to access through medical gas lines, elevator shafts, ventilation systems. These creatures show advanced problem-solving abilities. Someone trained them for building infiltration.
Status report from all units. We need to understand the scope of this threat.
Reports coming in from every sector of town. Creatures have spread through the entire water system. Residential areas, commercial buildings, industrial sector.
Evacuation efforts failing. Creatures are coordinating to block escape routes. They're herding civilians toward the town center. This is clearly intelligent strategic behavior.
Chief, I've been studying their movement patterns. They're operating under centralized control. All creatures respond to commands simultaneously. Someone has established a neural network connection.
How is that possible?
Bioneural interfaces, possibly electromagnetic signals. The controller could be anywhere within broadcast range. We need to triangulate the control source.
Triangulation equipment en route from state emergency services. But response time is 2 hours minimum.
We don't have 2 hours. These creatures are multiplying. Each successful attack seems to produce more of them.
Reproductive acceleration through biomass consumption. Whoever created these things designed them for exponential growth. If we don't stop the source soon, they'll overwhelm the entire region.
All units, this is now a state-level emergency. Federal agencies have been contacted, but immediate response depends on local resources.
Local resources are insufficient. We're dealing with an army of enhanced biological weapons. Someone planned this attack for maximum devastation.
Find the controller. That's our only chance to stop this before it spreads beyond Westbrook.
Guys, the attack started at midnight, exactly when Julius said they would. This isn't a coincidence. Julius is controlling those creatures.
Oh my lord, you're right. He predicted the timing perfectly. He's genuinely responsible for all of this.
I can't believe he's actually the one doing it. He's killing people with mutant starfish. Our friend has become a mass murderer.
We have to stop him. People are dying because of his cartoon obsession. How do we find him?
I'm on it. Cross-referencing social media locations with municipal records. Give me 5 minutes.
I'm tracking emergency frequencies, plotting starfish sighting locations on a map. The pattern is clear. They're radiating outward from Julius's neighborhood. His house is definitely the source point.
Found it. 1247 Olive Street. Julius's family address confirmed through multiple databases. That matches the center of Dante's attack pattern.
so he's definitely there, controlling everything from his garage laboratory.
How is he controlling them exactly? Some kind of remote control system? I've been researching bio-neural interfaces. Based on Julius's descriptions of his setup, he's literally connected his nervous system to theirs. He can see through their eyes, feel what they feel, which means he's actively choosing each victim, watching people die through the starfish's senses.
Jesus, that's horrifying. He's not just unleashing them randomly, he's personally directing every attack.
That makes him directly responsible for each death, not just the creator, but the active killer.
We have to get to him. It's the only way to stop this. But how do we get past his starfish army?
I have an idea. My dad has hunting rifles and shotguns. If these things can regenerate, we need serious firepower.
Kieran, you can't seriously be thinking about...
About what? Stopping a mass murderer? Yes, I'm thinking about that. Julius chose to become a monster. Now someone has to stop him. Dad, I need to borrow your hunting equipment. Emergency situation downtown.
Son, what's happening? I'm hearing sirens everywhere.
There are dangerous animals attacking people. I know who's responsible and where they are, but I need protection to get there safely.
Animals? What kind of animals?
Enhanced starfish. I know it sounds crazy, but they're killing people. Someone modified them and released them as biological weapons.
Son, this looks like a job for professionals. Police, animal control, military.
They've been overwhelmed. The source needs to be stopped directly. I'm one of the few people who knows exactly where it is.
If this is real, gun-safe combination is your birthday. Take the 12 gauge and plenty of shells. But Kieran, be careful.
I will, Dad, but someone has to end this.
I'm creating diversion plans. If we can draw the starfish away from Julius's house, create openings in their defensive perimeter.
What kind of diversions?
Sound, light, chemical attractants, anything to disrupt their coordination patterns. Force Julius to split his attention between multiple targets.
I'm sending anonymous tips to police about Julius's location. Maybe they can coordinate with us.
Good thinking. But we can't wait for official response. Every minute more people die.
Emergency tip regarding the starfish attacks. Source location: 1247 Olive Street. Suspect name: Julius Delroy. He's controlling the creatures from a garage laboratory.
Thank you for the tip. Units are being dispatched to investigate.
The suspect is extremely dangerous. He has dozens of enhanced starfish defending the property. Approach with extreme caution.
Noted. Specialized units en route.
Unit 7 approaching 1247 Olive Street. Heavy starfish concentration around target building. They're arranged in defensive formations.
These things are definitely guarding something. Coordinated movement patterns, unlike any animal behavior.
Attempting approach to front entrance. Creatures are responding aggressively, falling back under heavy attack.
Request immediate backup. We're completely outnumbered. These creatures are overwhelming our position.
Police tried to reach Julius but failed. The starfish defenses are too strong. We need a different approach.
What about Julius's family? Are they still in the house?
His sister Jade might be there. If she's alive, she could help us get inside.
Jade, are you safe? This is Kieran, Julius's friend.
Kieran! Thank God someone responded. I'm hiding in the basement. Julius locked himself in the garage hours ago. There are horrible creatures everywhere outside.
Those creatures are controlled by Julius. He's using them to attack the whole town.
What? So that's what he was doing in the garage?
I'm sorry, but yes. We need to stop him before more people die. Can you get us into the house safely?
There's a basement entrance through the storm cellar. Most of the creatures are guarding the main entrances, but I can guide you through the house to the garage.
We're coming. Stay hidden until we get there.
Kieran, is he really killing people?
Yes, a lot of people. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus. My parents are at my aunt's house tonight. They don't know what Julius has become.
We're going to stop him. I promise. Jade's alive and can get us inside. Basement entrance through the storm cellar. She'll guide us to Julius's exact location.
How do we know Julius won't sense us coming? If he's connected to the starfish network...
We'll have to move fast. Overwhelm his ability to coordinate defenses.
Kieran, what are you planning to do when you reach him? You can't just ask him to stop nicely.
I know what I have to do. Julius chose this path. He's actively murdering innocent people, including children.
Are you prepared for that?
To stop a mass murderer? Yes, this isn't the Julius we knew anymore. That person died when he connected his brain to those monsters.
I'm coming with you.
Me too.
We all are. This is our responsibility too. We watched him spiral and didn't stop it sooner.
No, I'm going alone. It's too dangerous, and someone needs to survive to tell people what really happened.
Kieran?
This is my decision. Julius was my best friend, which means stopping him is my responsibility. I won't let anyone else get hurt because of our friendship. Jade, I'm at the storm cellar entrance. Are you ready to guide me to the garage?
Yes, but be quiet. I can hear Julius talking to himself in there. He sounds different.
Different how?
Like he's in pain, and like he's talking to multiple people at once. But he's alone.
That's the neural connection. He's communicating with the starfish network. Stay in the basement. I'm going to the garage.
Be careful, Kieran. I'm scared of what he's become.
I'm at the garage door. I can see Julius through the window. Oh my goodness. He's connected to dozens of neural interfaces, wires going directly into his skull. His eyes are rolled back completely white, and there are tanks everywhere with new starfish growing.
Can you disconnect him?
I'm gonna try. Going in now. I'm in the garage with Julius. This is worse than I imagined. He's physically connected to the starfish network. I'm going to try disconnecting the neural interfaces.
Be extremely careful. We don't know what will happen if you sever the connection.
Status update on the starfish attacks.
Still ongoing throughout the town. People are still dying while we figure this out.
I've ripped them out his head. He's tweaking.
All units reporting simultaneous collapse of starfish creatures. Every enhanced starfish has stopped moving. They appear to be dead.
Confirmed? All starfish are down?
Yes, Chief. Whatever was controlling them has been severed.
The neural network must have been disrupted. Central controller eliminated.
Threat assessment, minimal. Beginning cleanup and medical response.
Dr. Ravencroft, I need immediate analysis. We need to understand how this happened to prevent future incidents.
Already collecting specimens for laboratory analysis. This level of biological enhancement was unprecedented. Someone spent months creating these weapons.
It's over. Julius is dead. All the starfish stopped moving immediately.
Are you okay?
No, I'll never be okay again, but the town is safe.
You did what you had to do. You saved everyone.
I'm so sorry, Kieran. That must have been impossible.
He asked me to do it. He was in constant agony, connected to hundreds of killing machines, feeling every death they caused. It was mercy, not murder.
What happened to Julius? How did he become that?
Obsession. Pure, unchecked obsession with a cartoon show. It consumed his entire personality, until there was nothing left of the person we knew.
He started with innocent theories, then found darker content, then created his own horror.
This is why everything needs limits. When you become obsessed with something, when you can't think about anything else, when you ignore everyone who tries to help, obsession destroys everything it touches, including the person who has it.
Julius destroyed himself and nearly destroyed our entire town, all because of a kid's TV show, all because he couldn't stop.
Final death toll was 23 people, including children, all because one person's hobby became an addiction, became an obsession, became a weapon.
The news is calling it the Westbrook incident. Biological terrorism by an unstable individual. They're not mentioning the SpongeBob connection.
Good. The show isn't responsible. Julius's obsession was responsible. His inability to recognize limits. His refusal to listen to people who cared about him.
I keep thinking about what he used to be like. Before all this started, he was just a normal kid who liked cartoons. How did it go so wrong?
Because he lost perspective. Because he valued theories over people. Because he chose obsession over friendship. Because he forgot that everything needs limits.
Rest in peace, Julius Delroy, and rest in peace to his 23 victims. This should never have happened.
It won't happen again. Not if we learn from it. Not if we remember that obsession kills.
Everything needs limits. Hobbies, interests, research, passion. Without limits, even good things become destructive. Julius forgot that lesson, and it destroyed him, and everyone around him.
I'll never forget him. Either version of him, the friend I loved, and the monster I had to stop, both were the same person. That's the real horror.